Hi, Cancer. Welcome to your September 2022 Astro Update. It's Raina here. So I should have said Cancer Rising as well because this will be appropriate for you too. But this is a general forecast. Keep that in mind because some of these dates may not jibe with your particular uh, astrological makeup. But this gives a good overview regardless. And yeah, there's a lot of harmony as the month begins because the sun is in Virgo. And I know there's got to be another planet. Yeah, I'm recording this a little bit late, like after September has begun. But Venus has not yet gone into Virgo as I record this. That happens on September 5th. The sun is in Virgo until the 22nd. So Virgo is a sextile to Cancer, sun and rising. And a sextile is a friendly angle, which means that it's coming from the third house. And this is a house that has to do with education. Not higher education. Do they call it lower education? But elementary school, high school, tutoring, just in general, you getting some kind of education, training, upping your skills, writing, and other forms of communication that could be, the media is the third house, and social media, the internet can be connected to this. So the sun is there and Venus goes there. For people that are single, Cancers that are single, you might decide to go on a dating service. Now, Mercury's going retrograde. That could be kind of interesting because Mercury is going retrograde on the 9th. It's going to start in Libra, your fourth house, but then it's going to go back into your third house. And whenever Mercury goes retrograde, there could be the potential for someone in your past coming back into your life. Now, because of the two houses that are involved in that Mercury retrograde, this could be more of a family thing, though, because the fourth house can be the mother. That's the house that you rule. And then going back into the third house, it could be siblings, brothers and sisters, or aunts, uncles, cousins. Neighbors is also third house. And so that's another thing too. Like if there's some kind of a home thing, like if you're trying to sell your home and then something falls through the escrow, or just a the Mercury can be the contracts, the paperwork is something is wrong. The third house can be neighbors, the local area. So maybe you need to research something that's going on there because you may not have realized something was connected to this housing deal. An example would be you didn't realize that the next door neighbors had 10 kids, or something. And so you're like, wait a second, I don't know if I really want to move in here. So there could be something along those lines as well. On the 10th, we have a full moon at 17 degrees of Pisces. And this is a fellow water sign. So for Cancer, you're the first water sign, Pisces is the last. So this is going to be in the 9th house, which is the house of long distance travel and just, foreign countries, higher education. This is the God house. And this is in Pisces, so this could be a spiritual situation. Maybe you have a spirit, like some kind of spiritual experience that inspires you in life in some way. I can't tell you exactly how this will transpire for you, but some of you may be finished with college. I know it's September and people are usually beginning a new semester, but sometimes people are just getting that settled. Like maybe they needed a certain credit you went in the summertime, and then you finally get your diploma in September. Or maybe you just decide to drop out. That's a possibility as well. This can be, I really do believe this can be a eureka moment where things start to gel for you and you realize the meaning of life in some way. Um, that's always a cool thing. So it's part of the spiritual awakening for some people. On the 22nd or 23rd, depending on where you live, Sun goes into Libra. That's the fourth house. And so family matters may become front and center. You rule that house. So it's very, I guess I call it comfortable or comforting to have the Sun go into this house because you feel like it's your solar return in a sense. Uh, Mercury dips back into Virgo on the 23rd, as I was stating. It starts in the fourth house and goes back into the third. And that could be when you see stuff with brothers and sisters and other family members. I mean, if you have something going on with an estate, like if there's like something, and it might not be that your mother, maybe your father passed away or something. This would be something that has already transpired, and you're trying to coordinate everything. I could see a Virgo person being the one in charge of the I want to say estate, but I can never think of that term. Well, you know what I mean. The person who's in charge of the parents' power of attorney. I don't know, but the parents' finances and stuff like that. Because Cancer people tend to be responsible. They tend to be good with money, conservative with money, and family oriented. But watch what you say because it could be twisted. It could be misunderstood when Mercury is retrograde. On the 25th, we have a new moon in that fourth house, 2 degrees of Libra, very early degrees. So that makes me really think about people buying new property. It is during a Mercury retrograde, but there might be some kind of like a hot deal. Uh, Mercury retrograde is supposed to be a time not to do new things or sign contracts. But sometimes, what are you going to do if you have an opportunity that presents itself? Are you going to be superstitious? I mean, as long as you are not being careless, you could get something really good. So you have to, obviously, you always have to be aware of what's going on around you, anyhow. Um, so, new beginnings with the domestic side of life. On the 29th, Venus goes here. So, Venus can also be about money, but it's also harmony. So, if there has been any kind of misunderstanding, even though Mercury is going to go direct, I believe it's like October 2nd, so it's not going to be, Mercury, and then it'll still be in its shadow for a few weeks, but it at least will be, something may be smoothed over. And there could even be money involved. So, yeah, it's a very, it's a month that you may feel like family is very much involved in your affairs. But you might not want to have it any other way, Cancer. So there you go. All right, that's what I have for you. I hope that this resonated. If you would like a personal reading, I am promoting my double readings because they are a good deal financially. And this is because they're full-length readings that I offer separately, but I'm just offering them as a package deal for a discounted price. It's a pretty decent discount. I think it's about $25 that you save for those 2 readings, something like that. But anyway, at least probably $20. But the bottom line is that this is all about diving deep. That's why it's called deep dive reading, so you get more time. I used to do readings like, combined readings with chart analysis and transits for the upcoming year, and it was like half the amount of time, and it wasn't enough time. I was constantly going over, and that was good for the client because they got their money's worth, but for me, I realized that I was cutting it short. So that's why I offer extended readings, but also because, yeah, I don't like to just have to cram everything in really quickly. I like to be able to elaborate sometimes. And then if you like the tarot, I have one with the tarot too. So that's called the whole enchilada, and I have standalone readings. I'm at ReinaMoonAstrology.com. The link is below. Take care. Bye.